Hello, welcome back to the Mango channel. Today we are reacting to a video that has just hit 3 years in terms of age. Pretty crazy, man. I didn't know this one came out. This is before I even knew Fleekazoid existed. Speaking of, guess who we are reacting to? The man himself, Fleekazoid! Fuck. Anyway, this is the Saints Row 2 review. It's better than GTA 4, and just a little history. Saints Row 1 and 2 are definitely high on my list for favorite games of all time, specifically 2. I really love 1 because 1 is like the introduction, you need it. And funny story, the lore behind my character, I am essentially a reincarnation of the Saints Row 1 character. The city, the neon city I'm always in, is essentially called New Stillwater, which Stillwater is the city you're in these first 2 games. So there's a little bit of lore for you. You're welcome. Anyway, let's get to this review. I'm pretty stoked. Fleekazoid's never disappointed, and even though this is an older video where he might be a little bit less eccentric than he is now, it's still Fleekazoid, and it's still gonna be fucking awesome. Fight me. Here we go, man. I'm stoked.
Do you enjoy the dopamine-filled state called having fun? Would you
Fuck yeah, I do.
like
Damn.
Our story begins in the ancient year of 2008. Bush was president, but not for much longer. Tsuyoshi Nakatomi Tower created Bitcoin, and the world was in economic crisis. But more significant than all of that, the release of Saints Row 2, baby.
Correct.
Saints Row 2 is a...
Correct. Dude, and I just gotta gush real quick, dude. Saints Row 2, I still play it all the time. I've played through this games more times than I've seen Angel Beats. And just so you know, I rewatch Angel Beats at least once every 2 months. 1, I have a fucking problem. 2, that scene with the hammer in the hallway just goes so hard I can't help but laugh. Not to mention the instant rewind on that guy getting spun into a chair missile, okay? That shit's fucking funny. And I don't care, alright? I'm a simple man. Anyway, yeah, back to Saints Row.
chaotic sandbox ragdoll simulator that's more focused on being fun rather than making any kind of sense whatsoever. A game where everywhere you go, the NPCs are doing something so stupid that they feel like they could almost be real humans. And all the women have humongous personalities. Some have a PC
It's as I've said before. Tits are key to a man's happiness.
Port has more bugs than Cyberpunk and yet is about 20 times more enjoyable to play. Now I said
so true
just a second ago, but I know exactly why this port is so buggy. You want to know why? Too bad you don't have a choice. For many years, THQ dominated the shitty game market, exploiting children's lack of taste and love for popular franchises like Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob Incredibles, and so on, peaking in
You know, I didn't realize how many THQ games were made about old Nintendo shows. Or old fucking Nickelodeon shows. Had a terrible case of the blonde right there.
2007, raking in a company record of $1 billion in revenue. But then an unspeakable tragedy struck the world. Generation Z, with their Flash and their mobile games. They said Ratatouille on DS, more like rat-a-tat-tat. Fuck that. I'm gonna go play Pop Tropica Club Penguin.
Oh, dude, Pop Tropica. Wow, I haven't thought of that since I was also a kid. I used to play a lot of Pop Tropica. Holy shit. Man, that takes me back.
Happy Wheels for free. So now with the youth hopping onto free games on the internet and THQ mass-producing some of the most mediocre titles we've seen in all of gaming history, the losses began stacking quite large for THQ, eventually surmounting in THQ going tits up in 2013 and selling all their IP to the other, and I use this term very lightly, more competent AAA publishers. Now what does all this have to do with Saints Row 2's piece?
Fucking Ubisoft, EA. Oh, physical pain, dude. Anytime I hear those companies get named. Although I will admit, Ubisoft kind of has a little bit of leeway for me because I do like playing Siege. and a few other games. You know, I'll give him a little bit of that. That and the PlayStation Portable's Assassin's Creed Bloodlines was actually pretty fucking fire, and I'll die on that hill.
Port, you ask? It's a very fair question. When THQ went tits up, they sold Volition to Koch Studios. And somewhere in that barter, the Saints Row 2 source code just up and vanished. Problem was, without this source code, they couldn't update the game. So Volition took it upon themselves to launch a manhunt for this code. They searched tirelessly, day and night, in the jungles and in the swamps. And after 6 years, the devs finally found that bastard, saying that they would eventually fix the Saints Row 2 PC port and restore order to the realms. After 3.5 years.
That never fucking happened though, did it, Volition? Because someone decided to reboot the series and send the company tits up into a goddamn dumpster fire!
So that has yet to happen. The other reason why it's so
I'm very passionate.
buggy is because of the PC port was done by CD Projekt.
What the hell?
Starting with the beginning, the first mission.
No
the game
fucking
begins
way.
with you locked up in a prison hospital. A misunderstood entrepreneur locked up unrighteously by the police simply because of the way you look and where you come from. Well, okay. Also the domestic terrorism charges because you executed the mayor, the chief of police, and half of the fucking police force in the
Yeah, this is true. In the first game, at the very end, you pretty much have smoked not only all the other gangs and their leaders, but you start working for the corrupt police chief until you get him killed. And then the mayor pulls you onto a yacht to thank you for your services, in which case the gang leader you're a part of decides he wants to plant a bomb on your fucking ship and kill you. And yeah. Saints Row 2 literally begins with you waking up from that explosion like 5 years later after a coma. It's pretty fucking great, man.
Last game, but I like my version better. Anyways, a man named Carlos then helps you break out through a process of killing countless guards and making it to a
Rest in peace, Carlos.
boat with a box mag LMG that allows you to blow up countless more. Now let's take a look at the GTA 4 intro. You get off of a boat from the fictional wasteland of Serbia, then drive around talking to a man named Rome for 10 minutes. What are we doing? You see, that's all narrative. That's all expedition. That's a bunch of bullshit that I don't care about. No, you can call me boomer scum all you want, but what I really care about is having a fun time. And don't worry, if you're an Elden Ring player that's unfamiliar with that word, here's a definition so you can follow along. You see, the combat in Saints Row 2 is perfectly optimized by quants to be as chaotic and random as possible to ensure that you're always in the fun zone. Cover system? Never heard of her. Do we?
Such a fucking good game, man. It makes I might just stop this recording to go play a little Saints Row 2 on my Xbox. Oh, I'm so considering it. I'm so considering it.
Wielding 2 deagles in fluorescent colored clothing is the name of this game. Health bars? Who's that? What do you work for Ubisoft? What are you going on about? As far as guns go, they didn't get too crazy with the weapons yet, but you've still got some of the coolest designs for guns in all of gaming, in my incredibly unbiased opinion. Just look at the Pimp Cane shotgun, for example. It's a pimp
that thing
cane
is fucking
and
awesome.
a shotgun. Is your mind not blown? Mine is, so is his. Then look at the Annihilator RPG. It's laser guided,
dude,
so
that
you just
thing-
shoot.
That thing is like one of the best weapons in the game for obvious reasons. I mean, lock-on rockets. It's pretty much overpowered in any city open world game.
Put this somewhere into the atmosphere, then point it at your target and boom! You see that? You see what I mean? Fun. Oh, I guess you guys already handled this. Oh, that's great. Oh shit, I already fired that rocket. Even melee combat in Saints Row 2 is fun, which is incredibly rare for a sandbox game because usually hand-to-hand is about as fun as sticking a fork into a wall socket. But in Saints Row 2, you have all kinds of takedown animations.
God, I fucking love Fleek's cutaways, man. They're so quick and they hit you fast. It kind of reminds me of what made Leafy his Here videos so funny back in the day in like 2017 is that he would just hit you with joke after joke after joke, and they would land because of that. Now the things he was saying obviously wasn't all that great, but I mean there were videos I enjoyed back in the day. Anyway, sorry, back to this.
Thanks to the extremely rare mechanic of interchangeable martial arts styles. The Brotherhood style allows you to become Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The Ronin style allows you to live out your fantasy of becoming Mr. Miyagi. And the Sons
You are
of
literally
Samedi
Bruce Lee.
give you whatever the fuck that is. Now let's talk
They
about
fight
the
like
enemy AI.
DJ
They are
dancers,
out of their
man.
goddamn minds, and it's beautiful. These things get into cars and make a point out of attempting vehicular manslaughter. And I'm so trained on other games making the AI pull up and stop the car in front of you so that they can then hop out and fail to kill you, that I just stand in front of these AI man cars like a mime thinking that they're gonna stop.
No, they rush you,
But I
dude.
assure you,
They
stop
fucking
isn't the
ram
word
you,
in their
bro.
programming. They will start a 20-car pileup trying to get at those cheeks of yours if that's what it takes for justice to reign supreme. And God forbid you cross paths with one of these madmen equipped with an RPG. One time I was walking up the stairs of a shrine.
The very last mission for in the first Saints Row game has like 7 different fucking guys with rocket launchers on top of the airport, and you're trying to kill the gang leader before he escapes on a plane, and all these guys are just sitting there shooting rockets at you from the roof of this airport, and you're just trying to dodge and weave and still attack not only them but the plane that the guy is taking off on. But here's the kicker. All right, you have to drive across the entire city just to start the mission, and when you die, there are no checkpoints, so you restart the mission at the other side of the city. It's like a Dark Souls boss you gotta run towards just to get to the ending, man. Oh my god, it's tragic.
Stronghold to help my brothers in Christ in their time of need, and as soon as I walked in that door,
Ninja's dead.
I'm sorry, GTA who? Now, I could keep regaling you about all my tales from the cold streets of southern Chicago, like the times where 3 AI teammates would get stuck, and when I got near, they would disperse.
It's kind of neat. He uses the ninja gang group. So, like, in the game, you can customize your group to wear different outfits, or you can have them, like, drive certain cars and stuff like that. I always dress mine up like the private security forces because I like having like a private army. I turn my Saints into essentially like a mercenary group, you know? We're taking over the city our way. Kind of like what the Wagner group did in fucking Russia for a solid 5 hours before Bergovin was shot out of the sky by Putin's missiles. I'm probably gonna have to cut that out. What a fucking tangent.
Causing my game to crash, or how I clipped a cop car into scaffolding and it started violently flipping, or how occasionally the AI can't figure out how to overcome small barriers, so you have to creatively reposition them. But ultimately, in my time studying the chaos of the sandbox, I have collected so many different stories that I simply don't have the time to tell you all of them. Driving in this game is also unsurprisingly pretty wacky. Bugs aside, even the control scheme is unlike anything you've ever seen. But as a loyal disciple,
it's actually not that bad. In the first game, you could only use like the A and the X buttons on your controller to accelerate and decelerate, with one of them I believe also for like power sliding. But in Saints Row 2, you were given some better features where you can actually accelerate with the triggers on the controller along with decelerate. There's a separate button for power sliding and braking as a whole. But on top of that, you have what's called a cruise control setting, where you can push the A button down, and whatever speed you're going at, it'll just stay at. You can let go of your controller, it'll drive, you still have to steer, obviously. But that was one of my favorite additions in Saints Row 2, because in Saints Row 1, you're just sitting there, and when you're trying to shoot while accelerating at the same time and aiming, it just gets so complicated trying to like pull a gun while holding the steering wheel. It just doesn't work very well. So in Saints Row 2, they definitely improved that, and by spades, dude. I love it so much.
Of the cult, I will forgive them because of this next thing. The radio. The car radio in Saints Row 2 is God's gift to man. 95.7 K rhyme,
great.
It's good. Gen X, nice. But 102.4
if it's not Gen X, it's not worth listening to. Although I will give credence to K-Rhyme. Now, if you're playing Saints Row 1, again, I'm shilling the other game that's not talked about in this video. But one of my favorite fucking one of my favorite radio stations in Saints Row 1 is called K-Boom. It's essentially a parody of a conservative talk show. And I'm not even gonna explain it. It's so fucking funny, dude. It's so funny. I'll actually go ahead and link it because I've seen someone do a full upload, because I have listened to it before on YouTube. Someone did a full upload of it. I'll link it in the description if you're curious. I would highly recommend listening. It is some of the funniest shit I've ever heard. It's Mike and David from the Mike and David Show, where we are right and they are wrong. Oh god, I'm not gonna spoil any of it. Just know there's a lot of great jokes that kind of hit today for reasons you'll understand when you listen to it.
Classic FM. All my homies roll deep to Beethoven. Then you have the commercials.
If you want human trafficking as much as I do, you're going to need a boat.
If the average Twitter user sat down and listened to these commercials for 5 minutes, they would have a brain hemorrhage and faceplant into their gluten-free, soy-packed bowl of tricks. Activities in Saints Row 2 are also rather godly. To name a few favorites of mine.
When it comes to cereal, Trix is like the top fucking of the worst you could have chosen, dude. The best of the best will always either be Raisin Bran or it'll be Life cereal. I am king now. That is the answer. Any answers you give?
There's Mayhem, a mini game where you destroy fences and or innocent human lives to meet a monetary damage goal against the city. There's Insurance Fraud, where you do a little trolling by trying to financially ruin truck drivers. Racing, where you play against mentally challenged robots that can't stop crashing into shit. And that's not
drive
exaggerating,
shit.
by
So
the way.
fun.
I've seen one of them be 3 seconds away from getting first, and instead they crash into a tree like a dumbass and hand me the
it's so
dub.
random.
And finally,
It's great.
the top dog that I've loved since I was a kid, Demo Derby. Smash cars and end lives for the entertainment of the masses. Name a more iconic duo. You even get to choose and mod your own car for the.
Not only that, but once you beat Demo Derby, after doing several rounds of it, you actually unlock the cars and can drive them around in the open world because they just added right to your freaking garage. And dude, they are fun to use.
Said killing for the said masses. I mean, really, the station wagon's the best option, though, and this is indisputable, so don't even try to dispute this. Because I know what you're thinking. Isn't the muscle car better, faster, stronger? Those are all various points.
I always chose that car, honestly. Oh, what the fuck,
dude? You with a gun.
Oh, you think you're standing behind me with the gun. We're both going out, bud. Who draws first? Oh shit, that was the end. Well, shit, y'all. This was pretty freaking great. Fleekazoid always slaps, dude. You can never go wrong. Thank you all for watching. I'll be leaving the link to the original video in the description below. Please subscribe to Fleekazoid. The dude is amazing. He's been making content for a good while now, and honestly, the fact that he's not at 1 million subscribers is a fucking tragedy. So let's fix that. Go to his channel, subscribe, react. And while you're at it, go ahead and drop me a sub too. Maybe a like, maybe a share, a little comment, a little heart to know that you made it this far. I love you too. And with that all being said, y'all, you have a great night, and I will catch you all in the next one.